Well, Congolese rebel group M23 says its leader is headed to Uganda for talks. M23 said Sultani Makenga was on his way to Kampala Monday to meet with regional military leaders. Ugandan military sources say they could not confirm the rebels' announcement.
Now, a group of regional states has demanded that M23 withdraw from the city of Goma by the end of the day Monday. Joining us via phone from Goma in the Democratic Republic of Congo is VOA East Africa correspondent Gabe Joselow. Hello, Gabe.
Hello, Vincent. How are you?
I'm fine. And now, first, tell us about this deadline. The M23 was supposed to be leaving town now. Any signs that they're scrambling to get out of Goma?
No, absolutely not. I think M23 have made it clear that they will stay in Goma until they make some progress in talks with Mr. Kabila's government. So for the time being, the rebel soldiers are still on the streets. They're still guarding the airports. They're very much still in control of Goma, and as far as we know, in control of some of the nearby towns in this region. So they've made it clear that they're going to stay until they get what they want. Okay,
and we know that their leader, Sultan Makenga, is in Kampala as we speak today. Any word whatsoever as to who he is talking to in Kampala and what they're talking about, what he expects to achieve by these talks?
Well, he will. We don't know exactly who he's going to be talking to. What's been happening in Kampala is that the military and political leaders from a lot of the countries in the region, including DRC, including Uganda, Kenya at one point, and Tanzania, have been meeting there to discuss this conflict. Now, Mr. Kabila did meet with another leader from M23 over the weekend, but from what we've seen in the last day is that M23 definitely wasn't satisfied with what Mr. Kabila had to say, and at the same time, the Congolese government is still demanding this withdrawal of M23 from Goma before they'll really commit to solid negotiations. What we have seen come out of this meeting, though, is a proposal to send in a regional force, basically armies from the DRC, from a neighboring country, probably Tanzania, to work alongside M23 to sort of jointly provide protection in the city to help usher in M23's withdrawal.
Okay, now talking about the city, can you describe for us the mood among the citizens and the conduct of the soldiers and leaders of M23 in Goma?
Well, it's interesting. If you go out in the street and go to the markets, everything on the surface appears to be just as it always was. Life is going on as normal, except that the banks are closed. There has been some electricity problems and the like. But below the surface, there's definitely signs of the chaos that's kind of followed the M23 rebellion. I was just at a prison today. That was a men's prison. There was a gaping hole in the wall where 1,500 prisoners escaped during the sort of power vacuum that formed when M23 came in here. We also spoke to some of the wives of the government soldiers who fled the city, and they say, since they left, they've had no money, they've had no food, and of course, on top of that, there's a number of displaced people who have been removed from their homes because of the fighting. So there's definitely a lot of tension here, but it's not an all-out battle.
All right. Thanks a lot, Gabe, for keeping us up to speed. Gabe Joselow is the Voice of America's East Africa correspondent. He speaks to us from Goma in DRC.